Good morning, Room 7 students. Good morning, Room 7 families. Mrs. Glucksman here. Do you notice anything different about me today? That's right. I don't have my glasses on. I put my contacts in, so I know I look a little bit different, but it's still me. So let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, how are you? How are you? Very well, thank you, very well, thank you. And you, and you. Let's do Russian. Dobre utro, как дела, как дела? Очень хорошо, спасибо, очень хорошо, спасибо. А у вас, а у вас. Let's do Spanish. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? ¿Y usted? Let's go ahead and look at our calendar. Yesterday was Tuesday, so today is Wednesday. Wednesday. What's the name of our month? Do you remember? That's right. April. And yesterday was April 21. What comes after April, or what comes after 21? Let's count and find out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's right, 22. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. And guess what? Today is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. We're going to read a book about Earth Day. We know all about how to save the earth already, though, because we did our whole reduce, reuse, recycle unit in February and March. So we are already experts at how to save the earth. But today we're going to read a book called Earth Day Hooray in a few minutes. But first, let's look at our weather. The weather outside of my house this morning is sunny. I heard it's going to be, I looked on the Weather Channel, and they said it was going to be a very sunny, hot day. So I'm going to color in. And then there's sunny bar on our weather bar graph, because it's going to be a beautiful sunny day outside. So make sure you open your windows and get some fresh air and enjoy this beautiful day. So, because it is Earth Day, we are going to read this book called Earth Day Hooray. So let's get started. Earth Day Hooray by Stuart J. Murphy and illustrated by Renee Andrini. Look at all of those cans. We know what to do with those cans, right? Recycle them. Okay. This place is a mess, said Ryan. That's why we're cleaning it up, said Carly. Come on, pitch in. The Maple Street School Save the Planet Club was cleaning up Gilroy Park, the site of this year's Earth Day celebration. They picked up candy wrappers, crumbled newspaper, empty coffee cups, old flyers, lost tennis balls, and lots of aluminum cans. They're cleaning up their park. Well, notice they all have gloves on. You know, said Ryan, even after we're finished cleaning the park, it won't look all that great. It could really use some flowers at the entrance. Gilroy Park had a few trees and some grass, and that was it. If we take all these cans to the recycling center, instead of throwing them away, Ryan continued, they'll give us some money for each can. Maybe we can make enough to buy some flowers and plants. And this little tidbit here says in 1999, recycling and composting kept about 64 billion tons of trash from ending up in landfills or being burned, which pollutes the air. That's really good. Mrs. Watson, the club's advisor, thought Ryan's idea was fantastic. She said, If you can get 5,000 cans, that should be enough for some really beautiful flowers. I bet we won't find that many, said Luke. This little sign said, companies pay recyclers about $1 billion a year to buy aluminum, which is what cans are made out of. The club sorted all the cans they found. Ryan, Carly, and Luke filled small bags with 10 cans each. When they had 10 bags, they put them in a big bag that held 100 cans so that they would be easy to count. They ended up with 3 big bags of 100, 5 small bags of 10, and 9 single cans. They left the bags near the trash bin so that Mrs. Watson could pick them up that evening. That's a total of 359. I knew we couldn't get 5,000. Still, that's a lot of cans though, right? But the next morning at school, Mrs. Watson called Ryan, Carly, and Luke to her desk. Bad news, she said. The trash collector at the park didn't realize the cans were for recycling. He took them to the dump with the rest of the trash. I knew it, said Luke. I knew we could never do it. Don't give up, said Ryan. We can still collect cans. We'll have a can drive right here at school. I don't know, said Luke doubtfully. It would only work if a lot of people bring in cans. And over here, the teacher's writing on the board. Americans use more than 80 billion aluminum cans a year. Americans save about 247 million pounds of paper every day to be reused and recycled. Those are just little facts. This says, Earth Day hooray, cans recycled so far. So it looks like they're making a poster. Let's see. The custodian, Mrs. Jones, set up a barrel in the hallway. Luke made a big sign. Mrs. Watson helped Ryan print up a flyer announcing their goal, and Carly drew a cartoon. So over here, it says, it takes only 60 days for an aluminum can to be turned in, melted down, and made into a new can. In the year 2000, Americans recycled more than 1.5 million pounds of plastic bottles. So their goal is 5,000, and they're just starting, so they're going to keep track of how many cans they collect. The next day, a few kids brought in cans. After school, Ryan, Carly, and Luke went to check out the barrel. They sorted the cans into bags. They had 5 small bags of 10 and 6 single cans. That makes 56. We'll never get anywhere at this rate. Carly wrote 56 on the sign. We need to get more kids to help, she said. Carly, Luke, and Ryan got permission to visit every class and ask for help with the can drive. Carly worked all night so she would be ready. Look, she made a can. And down here it says, in the year 2000, Americans recycled 1,900 million pounds of aluminum. The first Earth Day celebration was on April 22nd, 1970. About 20 million people participated, and today is the 50th anniversary. After school, Ryan, Carly, and Luke stopped at every park and field and picked up every can that they saw. The next morning, Ryan, Carly, and Luke brought their cans to school. They went by the barrel to drop them off. Look at all these cans, said Carly. I knew it would work. At recess, they counted cans. They ended up with 6 big bags of 100, 3 small bags of 10, and 5 single cans. That's 635, even more than we had at the park. Carly wrote the total on the sign. Mrs. Watson walked by. You're going to need bigger bags, she said. I'll bring some tomorrow. And we had 56 yesterday, so it adds up to 691. They're on their way. When Ryan, Carly, and Luke checked the barrel the next day, it was overflowing. We better ask Mrs. Jones for some more barrels, said Carly. They had 1 bag of 1,000, 4 bags of 100, 8 bags of 10, and 3 single cans. That's 1,483 cans. Carly wrote the total on the sign and remembered to put a comma between the thousands and the hundreds. When we add it all together, it's 2,174 cans. Do you remember what their goal was? I think it was 5,000. So they're almost there. Ryan, Carly, and Luke kept working. Luke put signs up all over the school. On Saturday, the members of the Save the Planet Club knocked on every door in the neighborhoods. They handed out Ryan's flyers and carried big bags for people to empty cans into. Here's the flyer. It said, recycling one aluminum can saves enough energy to keep a 100-watt light bulb burning for about 3.5 hours. So even recycling one can make a huge difference. Wow, look at all those cans. On Monday morning, Ryan, Carly, and Luke couldn't dump their cans into the collection barrels because they were already full. At recess, they counted cans. By the time recess was over, they still weren't done. Mrs. Watson said they could skip spelling to finish counting. And you didn't think this was a good idea, Carly teased Luke. Oh my goodness, look at those cans. Finally, they finished. They had 2 huge bags of 1,000, 8 bags of 100, 5 small bags of 10, and 2 single cans. That's almost 3,000. It's 2,852 to be exact. Luke wrote the number down. We did it, he shouted. They collected 5,026 cans. Mrs. Watson took the cans to the recycling center right after school, and Saturday morning she drove Carly, Luke, and Ryan to the plant nursery. They each picked out flowers in their favorite colors. That afternoon, the whole class came to Gilroy Park for the Earth Day celebration. The first thing they did was plant the flowers at the entrance. The park looked beautiful, and there wasn't a single piece of trash anywhere. Doesn't that park look amazing? Looks like a place I would like to play. How about you? The end. I really like this story because it talks about Earth Day and how we can save the earth. And you remember before we left for school, we were collecting cans because we were going to buy something special for our classroom. I still have those cans down in my garage, and I'm going to take them in probably over the summer. Hopefully we can save the money and add it to the money we collect next year when we do our reduce, reuse, recycle. Then we can buy something fun for our classroom. Every time we read a story in Room 7, we always add it to our calendar. So here is Earth Day, hooray! There we go. Look at all those books we've read during the month of April. It's starting to add up. Okay guys, now it's time for you to log on to Seesaw and do your activities. Our challenge activity for today has to do with Earth Day. Normally on Earth Day there's a lot of parties and celebrations at various parks, but it's a little bit different this year. We're going to have to find ways to celebrate at home. It's not really safe right now for you to go out and pick up trash, so let's not do that. Instead, I thought that we could play a game that has to do with reusing and balls. Remember, our last unit was reduce, reuse, recycle, and this unit we're talking about balls. So I had a fun game that talks about both. And first, what I wanted to show you was this ball that is in this special bag. This actually belongs to my mother-in-law, and she let me borrow it so that I could share it with you. Anybody know what type of ball this is? Very heavy, and it has holes. Can you see it? Can you see this ball? Do you know what type of ball it is? I'll give you a clue. Put your fingers in like this, and you roll it. If you said bowling ball, you're correct. What we're gonna do is set up a little game of bowling right here in my house where we're using water bottles. So I've been saving some water bottles. I washed them out so that they were clean. And I set it up just like bowling pins at the bowling alley. So what I want you to do, if you don't have all the pins today, it's okay. You can go ahead and collect water bottles for a couple days, and then you can set them up, and you do not have to use a bowling ball. I just wanted to show you this because I thought it was kind of fun. You can use any type of ball. You can use a tennis ball, a basketball. Lots of you have soccer balls. I've seen them on our Zoom meetings. So any type of ball will do. Set up your bowling pins like a triangle, and your grown-up can help you if you're not sure how to set them up. And then you're just gonna play and have fun. So I'm gonna use the bowling ball. Now bowling balls you only roll. When you bowl, you only roll. You don't throw. So I'm gonna very carefully roll this ball into, woo! How many did I knock over? Let's see. I knocked over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 4 still standing because I forgot to tell you that I had 10 total. So you can play this with your brothers and your sisters or your grandma or your grandpa, whoever you're at home with, you can play this game and it'll be a lot of fun. I hope you have a great time bowling today. I hope you have a very happy Earth Day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Room 7.